Join me as I dive into the drama and challenge myself to uncover the secrets Andrea Johnson is calling out about Pastor Brian Carn. Andrea Johnson and Pastor Brian Carn are both well-known figures in the gospel community. Andrea Johnson is a renowned gospel singer, songwriter, and pastor, celebrated for her powerful voice and unapologetic preaching style. Pastor Brian Carn, on the other hand, is a prominent televangelist and pastor of Kingdom City Church, known for his large following and outreach programs. The controversy between them centers around allegations made by Andrea Johnson regarding Pastor Carn's conduct and character. Y'all, Prophet Brian Carn is out here still shouting, still prophesying, still praise-breaking like nothing ever happened. But behind all that shouting is a storm of unanswered questions, exposed receipts, and scandals the church still refuses to talk about. And the wildest part? He's back on stage like he never got caught. You are not ready for the truth we're about to reveal. Because what's been happening behind those church doors? Woo, buckle up. Prophet Brian Carn, the man who once packed out revivals with fiery prophecies, jaw-dropping praise breaks, and declarations that left entire congregations in tears, is now back in the pulpit like nothing ever went down. But if you've been watching closely, if you've been tracking the receipts, and if you've heard the rumors, then you know this story is way deeper than a church shout or a slick sermon. Because behind the lights, cameras, and organ cords is a trail of controversy that refuses to be buried. In this video, we're breaking down everything they don't want you to know, from the cheating scandals to the fake prophecy allegations to the leaked recordings that nearly ended his ministry. And yet, here he is, still suited up, still preaching, still gathering crowds, still collecting offerings. But why hasn't he been held accountable? You won't believe the bold moves he's pulled after being exposed. You won't believe who's still supporting him, and you definitely won't believe who's been trying to cover it all up behind the scenes. This is where it gets messy, and this is where we get real. Stick around, because we're unpacking the full truth behind Brian Carn's rise, fall, and mysterious return to the stage. You might have seen the headlines, but trust, you haven't heard it all yet. Long before the scandals, the leaked voice notes, and the viral backlash, Brian Carn was the golden child of modern-day prophecy. A name whispered in prayer circles, shouted from pulpits, and admired by believers hungry for a word from the Lord. Carn wasn't just another preacher, he was branded as a prophet from a young age. Born in Jacksonville, Florida, his story quickly became one of early anointing and supernatural calling. By the time he was a teenager, videos of his crusades began circulating, showing him reading people's mail, with names, dates, and details that stunned entire congregations. Clips of Carn calling out people in packed churches were shared across gospel TV networks and YouTube. His prophetic accuracy won him credibility, and by the time he was in his 20s, he was traveling internationally. It was a prophetic movement, and Carn was its shining star. But it wasn't just the gift that drew people in. It was his charisma, his style, and the way he could orchestrate a praise break like nobody's business. His voice would rise, the organ would swell, and within seconds, people would be falling out, shouting, crying, and dancing. It was spiritual theater, and Carn was the main act. By the mid-2010s, Prophet Brian Carn had founded his own ministry. Kingdom City Church gained a loyal following of thousands across states like North Carolina, Florida, and Texas, shared platforms with renowned preachers and gospel singers, held massive conferences drawing national and international audiences. He wasn't just prophesying, he was branding the prophetic. His name became synonymous with accuracy, fire, and next-level anointing. He released books, DVDs, online courses, and even got invited to mainstream Christian shows. And yet, as his popularity soared, so did the questions. Some started to whisper, is this real or rehearsed? Others asked, if he's so anointed, why are there inconsistencies in his prophecies? And quietly, even inside church walls, some ministers began keeping their distance. Not because of the anointing, but because of the things they'd heard behind closed doors. But we'll get to that. For now, what you need to understand is this: Brian Carn's rise wasn't an accident. It was carefully crafted, driven by talent, spiritual hunger, and an audience that wanted to believe in the miraculous. But as we all know, the higher the rise, the harder the fall. And in the next chapter, we're digging into exactly how it all started to fall apart. No matter how high the pulpit, the truth always finds its way to the altar. Andrea Johnson recently took to social media to call out Pastor Brian Carn, making several shocking allegations about his behavior. According to her, Pastor Carn has been involved in questionable activities that have been swept under the rug by his team and supporters. This isn't the first time Andrea has spoken out about issues within the church. She has a history of addressing topics that many others shy away from. The tension between them seems to have been building for a while, with Andrea feeling compelled to expose what she believes is the truth. The allegations include claims of financial impropriety and moral misconduct. Aleandria suggests that Pastor Carn has been using his platform and influence for personal gain, rather than for the benefit of his congregation or the gospel community at large. These are serious accusations that have sparked a lot of debate and concern among churchgoers and fans of both Aleandria and Pastor Carn. The specifics of these allegations are still coming to light, but they have already caused a significant stir. The church community is often seen as a place of refuge and spiritual guidance, but incidents like this highlight the complexities and challenges within. It raises questions about accountability, leadership, and the moral standards expected of church leaders. The way these allegations are handled could have a lasting impact on the reputations of both Aleandria Johnson and Pastor Brian Carn, as well as the broader gospel community. One of the most striking aspects of Aleandria Johnson's call-out is her emphasis on the silence and complicity of Pastor Carn's followers. She suggests that by not holding their leader accountable, they are complicit in covering up his alleged wrongdoings. This part of her message has resonated with many who feel that blind loyalty can sometimes hinder honest conversations about leadership and conduct within religious organizations. The situation took a dramatic turn when Aleandria shared what she claims is evidence supporting her allegations. This included financial records and testimony from former members of Pastor Carn's church. The revelation of this information has sparked a heated debate, with some defending Pastor Carn and others calling for further investigation. The impact of this controversy extends beyond the two individuals involved. It speaks to larger issues of trust, accountability, and the responsibility that comes with religious leadership. How leaders in the gospel community conduct themselves is crucial, as they are often looked up to as examples of Christian values and integrity. The scrutiny they face is not just about them, but about the faith community as a whole. The way forward is unclear, but what's certain is that Aleandria Johnson's allegations against Pastor Brian Carn have opened up a much-needed conversation about integrity and accountability in church leadership. If you have any thoughts on this situation or other church controversies, I'd love to hear them. Leave a comment below. Check out my previous videos on similar topics for more insights and discussions on the challenges within the church community. Thanks for the watching and subscribes.